everybody out of the way. That's that's something that we need to improve at. And if we didn't get our guy out of the way of the ball, we got to be better at that. And I got to do better so that our guys do better at that. I mean, that's the truth, right? Anything that happens that's not good, that's on me to get fixed, right? And the way we look at it around here is, we try to put our players in the best position to go make plays, and then when they make plays, that's awesome. That's them making plays. When they don't, I didn't prepare them well enough to make the play. And so that situation is something we try to fight and to, practice the best we can, but clearly we didn't in that situation. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I really don't want to get into too much detail with that one. We're still playing games, and there's a lot going on with that. But no, I mean it's the same answer, right? In a different way. That one's entirely different, I think, in some ways than the Lorenzo situation. But no, I mean if there's a miscommunication, which there was, I can't let that happen. Like that's something that we cannot have. That's clearly a moment. Back to the first question. All I want to do, all the special teams group, all the coaches, we want to put our team in the best chance to win, and that's not what we did there. So.
Where are you doing this?
On the field.
On the field. So are you the person in charge of communicating what's supposed to happen on the special teams field to the specialists?
Yes.
Okay. So I think what catches our ears is that, the Michigan fake punt that wasn't fake punt last year seemed to be the communication. Not everybody was on the same page. Here we're talking again about a communication issue where something was not, and like that, when it's repeated,
Right.
From out here, feels like a problem. Is that a fair assessment, or is that, in your mind, is that not a fair way to look at it?
I see your point. I think it's something that special teams situations come up in such different ways. And we really try and work and fight to, like I said, to cross all of those bridges before we get there, right? And clearly we haven't done a good enough job. And so that's the thing, is I try and learn from, and we continually evaluate how we're doing certain things. Some of them are vetted and they work themselves out. Obviously, some of them don't. And that's something that, well, anytime something goes wrong, whether it's this or that, I look myself and say, hey, did I prepare us? Did I prepare myself? Did I coach it well enough? And when it doesn't show up, no, the answer is no. So I probably, there's stuff that needs to be improved.
Have you guys altered the structure of anything this year? Ryan was saying, he was talking about miscommunication. He's also talking about this is a collective effort. Like every coach has something to into special teams. Have you guys changed any of the flow of that this season?
I'd have to go back and look. Not that I can specifically think of. It's practice. There's 22 guys on the field at all times in special teams, right? And so there's certain situations where coaches, they have groups or units and help and all that stuff. But it's all back on me.
One final question.
You kind of think that special teams would be an area where Ohio State with superior athletes would really shine. So the fact that there's been so many plays that have not gone the way that they should. Obviously you as a coach are accountable. What would you say to people? Say, what's going on here? Why is this not a major strength of the team in terms of weakness?
I would say that's a great question. I would say the one-off plays, we got to be better. We got to eliminate those. We've got, our job is to change field position, create explosives when we have opportunities to, and we've done some of that. We have. You look at the net field position in a bunch of games, we've won it, right? People don't care about that because the big things can't happen, and they're right. You can't put your team in some situations that we have, and I totally understand that. You look at the kickoff team, and guys, Lorenzo running down on kickoff against Indiana, gets 2 penalties. They start inside the 10-yard line twice, right? That's pretty good play. And there are certain situations that have come up, that they put the team in a bad place. There are a lot of other situations that our guys are playing really hard, really young. We got some young guys, we got some old guys. We have a group that really believes in the mission, and they are playing they're playing really hard right now to go down and impact the game in a positive way, and it shows up. It does. And so that's what I'd say is, the bulk of it, these guys, they work really hard in meetings. They work really hard in practice. They work really hard in games to get things right and to do and help. And any of the mistakes that they've made, I haven't prepared them well enough for. But the bulk of it, I'm really proud of the guys and how they're performing on a week-to-week basis. I'm happy with Jaden. He's done a really good job. He's obviously, he's not perfect. And that's something that he's done he's taken that over. Kicked off well last year, kicked off well this year, and I'm happy with his progress right now.
Not every assistant coach will come out and talk to us because I think you know what we're going to ask you.
Sure.
So we appreciate that you're doing it. There have been enough those moments, those individual plays you're talking about, whether it's the Michigan fake punt or Georgia getting the timeout right before you guys were going to run one, or again, stuff happens, but there was a field goal at the end of the Georgia game. The thing we're talking about with the fake punt this time. It feels like it's possible if this is a team that was trying to win a national championship and maybe something is going to happen on special teams that's going to go wrong at a bad moment in a big game. Given what has happened the past 2 years, how would you respond to me suggesting that maybe that's in the minds of some people?
I don't know. That's one of those things it feels to me that when you look back at it and you cherry pick some certain specific spots, which they're valid, it's one of those deals where there's times when we're trying to make plays to help win the game, to push the envelope forward, and we got to do better. That's what it comes down to. I can't say that we're going to be perfect. I'm not going to be perfect. There are spots that, like I said, we'll learn from and improve to the best that we can. Who knows? Maybe I go inside and, take that and think about it and digest it a little bit, because that's something we can't have happen. That's just the truth, We do everything we can to put our team in a position, our guys in a position, and they play really hard for this group inside that locker room. And no one's here trying to find ways to, not execute. That's the truth. But that's something that we constantly look at and evaluate, and I really don't have a great answer for you other than, it's heard